I'm Joshua Bardwell, and you're going to learn something today. It's time to dig into Betaflight 4.0. I've released the Betaflight 4.0 release overview where I walked you through kind of the big picture of what's different about Betaflight 4.0. Now I'm starting to dive into the individual features and show you more about what they do and how to set them up. And today, it's a little bit of dessert today because, filters and tuning and PIDs. We're going to play with the OSD and we're going to have a lot of fun. So here I am in the OSD tab of this Betaflight 4.0 quad. I've just finished flashing Betaflight 4.0 to it, and I am super excited to set up my OSD elements. Yes, because now we've got 3 OSD profiles, which means that I can change my OSD in flight, and I'm so excited about this. Now what you're looking at here is my normal default OSD configuration. Let's do a version of this that puts the new stick overlay on screen. And let's just make that be OSD profile 2. So let's preview OSD profile 2. Now let's see which one is left and which one is right, because we certainly want to get that right. So hang on, let's turn off the left one. Okay, so I've got them backwards. So stick overlay right, it's going to go on the right side. Stick overlay left is going to go on the left side. Average cell voltage as well. Yeah, we're going to need that. Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, we could play with it, but let's leave it like that for now. And we'll save that. Now, if we want to be able to switch this stuff in flight, we're going to need to do that through the Adjustments tab. The next thing I'm going to need to do is choose a switch and an aux channel to control the OSD profiles. And since there are 3 OSD profiles, it'll make sense to use a 3-position switch, and fortunately my radio has a ton of them. I'm going to hit the menu button one time and then page to the mixer screen. And I'm going to look at my channels and see which aux channel I'm not using. And it looks like I'm not using 6, 7, or 8. Actually, I'm using channel 7 for my RSSI, so that one's out. But I can choose 6 or 8. I'm going to use 8, just why not? So then I'm going to long press enter, and that will create a new mix on channel 8. I'm going to go down to the source, and I'm going to press enter one time, and source will begin flashing. And then I'm going to move the switch that I intend to use to switch my OSD profiles, and that will fill in the source right here. And that is all you have to do. It really is just that simple. Now, if I go back to the main screen by hitting exit repeatedly and then hit page until I get to the channel monitor, you'll see that when I move that switch, channel 8 goes from low to middle to high, and that's all I need to do. And here in the receiver tab, I can verify that aux4 is moving as I move that switch. Now we're going to remember that aux4 is the channel that we're using here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the Adjustments tab. If you don't see the Adjustments tab, you may need to go Enable Expert Mode here. And in fact, what I like to do is click the gear and permanently enable Expert Mode so that it just remembers that in the future. We're going to go to the Adjustments tab, and we're going to create a new adjustment. We're going to say, if enabled, when channel aux4, that's the channel that I assigned the switch to, is in range, the whole range, then apply OSD profile selection using slot 1 via channel aux4. Just trust me, that's the right way to set it up. We'll save that. And what you should see now, if you go to the OSD tab, as you move that lever, as you move that button. Yeah, oh, come on. Do I need to save and reboot? I'm really sure that's correct. I'm getting my goggles out. Yeah, okay. It's working. It's working in the goggles. It's just not working. Now you probably noticed there that the joystick overlay was made up of a bunch of like garbled font characters. Here's the fix for that. In the OSD tab, you're going to hit the Font Manager button, and you're going to upload this new font to your flight controller. This contains the characters needed to draw the stick overlay. When you do this, you must have your battery plugged into your quad, or the OSD chip will not have power and will not update. And I actually have a custom Betaflight splash screen that I also like to use. Okay, let's go fly it. I'm so excited. Well, I'm sorry to say it turns out this quad has a problem and is not flyable. The flight controller is not talking to the ESC. I will say though, just, well, first of all, I've got this left and the right sticks backward. Oops, that's my mistake. I will say though, I can already see that this is not as good as the Brain FPV graphical OSD. You can see that as I raise and lower the throttle, it goes in discrete steps, because the character-based OSD means there's only relatively few positions for the little dot to be in. And it's nice, it's better than nothing. I mean, it is really nice, but it's not going to show you the really fine stick movements that a pilot might be making. Like, I'm pulling back on the, yeah, it's pretty hard to see exactly what the little fine movements of my sticks are doing. Whereas if we compare it to the Brain FPV graphical OSD, it is much more discrete. So looks like I'll still be doing black box for the time being, but there you go. And that is going to do it for this video, in which we learned how to set up OSD profiles, switch them in flight, and we learned that the Betaflight stick overlay is, well, it's better than nothing, but it could be better. Well, it would really require a graphical OSD like the Brain FPV Radix has to be any better. It's as good as it could be. In case you've forgotten, since the last time I mentioned it, this is my full-time job, and I sure appreciate you watching my videos. If you appreciate the videos, can I remind you that there's a link to my Patreon down in the video description. A couple bucks a month gets you access to my Discord server, for one thing, but just a way of saying thanks for the content I put out. Also, there are affiliate links to lots of the products that I review and touch on in the description of all my videos. Not this video, because there's no products really in this video. But you can help me out by making any purchase at an affiliate vendor after you click one of those affiliate links. You don't have to buy the product that's being discussed in the video or the product link. Just click the affiliate link, do your shopping, check out, and I get a small commission. It does add up, and it really does help. Thank you guys so much for watching. More Betaflight 4.0 videos coming in the weeks to come. Thanks for watching. Happy flying. I can't smile with my goggles on. My cheeks. No, I can't do it. Oh, there you go. That's why people look so serious when they have fat shirts on. You can't smile because your cheeks are in the way.